Welcome. What's up, Tunde? How you doing, my man?
What's good, party people? Welcome. How you doing?
You are live. Your microphone is hot.
Let me turn it down.
No, you're
What's
good.
good, man? Gorilla in the chat. What's good, Gorilla? We see Fire Chicken. What's going on, Fire Chicken? Welcome, man. I know we ain't been here for a cool minute. What's going on, Dizo? It's been a while since we did a show Improve. What's good, Sunshine? But you know, the moment called for it. There's a lot of things that happened in the last few days. A lot of conversation. And as you all know, Show Improve is the place for us to have these conversations. So yeah, Daniel, how you feeling, man? What's going on with you on your end?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, just finished up with the family. We had dinner. You know, I got to cook dinner, and then we had dinner as a family. And so it's good to now enter into a space where we can have family conversation.
Let's do it. Family conversation, man.
So Daniel, to all those who cook dinner. That's what's up.
Shout out to the cookers out there. Daniel, I'm going to pass it to you. So if you can just provide the viewers with some context as to what's going down in Streetbeefs right now.
Well, before we get there, Tunde, what happens if they don't subscribe? What's going on, man?
You know what? That's a really good point. If you ain't subscribed yet, come on, bro. You playing with our feelings. We just reached a milestone. We passed 600. Shout out. We're in the 600s club. You feel me? Shout out. But if you've been paying attention to us, you've been tuning in and you ain't subscribed, we gonna have to get in the ring. I'm fighting everybody that's watching that's not subscribed. Hey, Martin, Alex, Fire Chicken, let's set that up. Like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? We all at the bottom, all of the socials right down there. It's nothing to just hit a button.
Word. So here's the context, right? The context was this. And we're going to certainly talk to the Canadian, right? This episode is built around the Canadian, and so we're certainly going to have the conversation. But for those who are just tuning in right now and don't necessarily understand what conversations we're talking about, so a couple of days ago, it feels like a couple of days ago, but I think it was yesterday. So yesterday, that there was a post that was given out by Alex and Martin. They posted and said, hey, here are all the championship fights. And on there was a light heavyweight bout for the championship. It had 619 versus Lock Wobster. And for a while, we had the Canadian who was lobbying for that chance, and a lot of times was promoting that fight and was saying that I get first dibs on the rematch. And so it was a shock to see the list. And so the Canadian had a strong response. And so he responded, he made a few comments, and then from there, the lives went crazy. People were responding, the West Coast community were responding to what he was saying, and they were having tons of internal dialogue. So, but without him. So we both said, hey, let's actually bring him on and get his side of the story and get his, also to express his own grievances and then potentially respond to some of the questions that we see in the comments. And you know, I spoke to the Canadian earlier, and he said that if folks feel like they want to jump on this live and talk to the Canadian and address some of the things that he will say, you're more than welcome. And so be sure to tell us in the comments, hey, I want to jump on. And with the green light of Tunde and the Canadian, we'll bring you on.
We getting you on. If you wanted your podcast debut, now is the time.
All right. So with that said, let's bring on the Canadian.
Let's do it. Murder Bear, how you feeling? Do you have intro music? Is there like a song that comes to mind when like people introduce you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's try this again. When I bring you in, I want you to lip sing your whole situation, all right?
Unless you have it.
Unless you got it queued up, you got a song right there on your phone.
I love that. All right, yeah. You know what? I got a new iPhone, so.
Oh, ooh, right. Hot stuff here.
Who this?
Yeah, exactly.
Hot stuff here, huh?
How'd
right, so
y'all get in my room?
They already going off in the chat, bro. They already
Hey, yo,
going
do
off.
you watch Kevin Samuels on all right, let's do it.
Are you okay? Cool. We gonna do it.
Yeah,
All right,
let's
cool.
do it.
I'm gonna
Let's
take
do
you
it.
out and bring you back in. We're gonna do the whole introduction, and then you're gonna play your music. All right.
Let's go. All right, bet.
Cool. All right, so we gonna everybody that's watching, we gonna act like I didn't just introduce Izzy and or Daniel didn't just introduce.
Well, you
Izzy.
introduce him now. Now you introduce him.
Okay, cool. We gonna act like that didn't happen.
Yeah,
So
no.
this the name Sunshine was good. Is good. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. We're gonna get a Sunshine face reveal soon. So the Canadian saw the matchup with 619 and Wok Lobster, and he took offense to it. People went live last night and they were talking about it. He expressed his frustrations, and as we mentioned it, the Canadian is here right now to further express his frustrations. Canadian. Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Okay. That's enough. We got to stop that because we're going to get copyright struck. Copyright struck.
True. My bad. Copyrights.
For sure.
And you would choose the biggest artist in the world right now. But it's all good.
Just on the fly, okay, let's go to the biggest copyright.
So Izzy, man, we queued up the context. The people want to know how are you feeling about the matchup, man?
At first, when I made my comments, I was angry. I was upset because the situation had been, the fight was confirmed already, like in May.
So what fight was confirmed? Let's just make sure.
Let's make it clear.
Well, not really confirmed, because let me take accountability. First and foremost, I'm at fault. First and foremost, I'm at fault. I was tripping. I was acting like a kid. I was throwing a temper tantrum. I didn't handle that like an adult. I'm 25 years old, and the truth of it is that I haven't been training, and I haven't been focused on the fight, on 619 or Gorilla, especially Gorilla. I wasn't like thinking about it at all. I was just like I was thinking about all kind of other things, and that leads to bad training. In a way, I was a hypocrite because I preach good training. I train hard when I spar and train with the Streetbeefs Westcoast community. I'm always like on a mantle about training, and you can see it visibly that while I've gotten a little better shape wise, I'm still not training, and it's evident to how little focus I've had in the fight. I still stand on what I said with 619, that I was malnourished, and if I had energy, that's an easy fight to win. But there's like just I went into like a depression after I lost, because there is some truth to what some people were saying, and I'm going to address what everybody was saying on their lives. But first, there is some truth to what they were saying. I haven't lost in a minute. I've lost once before I ever fought Street Beefs. When I was boxing, amateur, I lost once. I lost my first fight, Golden Gloves. Never lost again. So that is true to a degree. I don't know if it's like to lose in a boxing match. I've lost a lot in like other sports, so I know what losing is like, and I really don't like it. I hate losing, but I'm grateful for losing because I've learned a lot from from these past two losses. You know, after 619, I was still like motivated to fight, but I got mad good opportunities that came. You know, things just started getting way better after I came out of my depression, which I couldn't have done without my support system around me. And that support system at the time included some members of the Streetbeefs Westcoast community, you know. So in a way that's ungrateful and disrespectful to uh, Walk Lobster, because I don't have a problem with Walk Lobster. I like Walk Lobster. I think the name is funny. I think he's funny. I think he looks like one of the dudes from Live, Laugh, Serve. The If you know, you know. Uh, but my thing at the time was that he's a middleweight, that he's 3-0, and that just a lot of like ideals you hold in professional boxing that aren't applicable here because I didn't sign up in time. I took my time signing up because I was still thinking about whether or not I even wanted to fight. And it wasn't just from there's no truth to like people saying that my mental is fucked up from losses. I just got mad shit going on. Like I got like 3 podcasts. This Show Improve with Tunde. Another one posted right with 240.
Hey, let them know about the Show Improve movement. Let them know.
Oh, yeah. It's been to get lit. This wasn't supposed to be our first episode. We were planning out an actual podcast rollout, and that's like that on top of the rollout for my 2 other podcasts, on top of my acting career that is actually going pretty well in a good direction right now. I split my time doing that, along with being a family man. I ain't got kids or nothing, but my little brother needs me. My beautiful girlfriend, my rock, Anta, she was with me during the BLK fight. I be like tending to, well, not tending to, but we do our thing. But that to say, I've gotten newfound motivation from the responses I've gotten from the community. Whamma, for real, and just thinking about it and putting it into perspective. As a competitor, that's how you are. That's just how I am. That's how I am. As a competitor, I hate losing vehemently. I will talk shit if when I'm feeling confident. I will get in there feeling confident, and when I go by that that old school like, yo, act on your word, but that was me thinking selfishly, because at the end of the day, it wasn't anyone's fault. Yes, I went to Martin. Yes, I went to Scarface, which I didn't even try to do intentionally, which is crazy. But Martin okayed it. Martin okayed it, and we were set to do the rematch.
Hold on, Ken. Give me before we move in that direction. Let me just make sure. All right, so let's just take it step by step, just for a second, right? And so let's just look at your trajectory for a second. So one, you get an assignment to fight 619 to defend your belt.
Okay.
Correct. Right?
Yeah.
And so you fight, you lose. Immediately after, when did you, I think there's 2 questions here. One, did you think you deserved a rematch immediately?
Immediately? Yeah.
How come?
I knew I didn't have any energy. Before that game,
besides that, though,
I knew I was on like 10% energy.
But let's take it this way. Let's try to take an objective standpoint. So if someone's watching this, right, because that's an internal insight that no one else knows outside of you telling folks like, hey, I was actually hungry, or I was malnourished when I fought. And so as a result, I had a poor outcome. I had a poor performance. However, when people look at the performance alone, when they look at the fight, do you think by looking at the fight, it warrants you a rematch?
There's an argument that I don't, because there are a large group of people that think I didn't win a round, but there are also a group of people that thought I won at least 2, if not 1. But I was, in my mind, my logic is when the boxing champion loses, they always get the immediate rematch in their cause, because that's what they've been doing in boxing, today. So I'm thinking of the culture of boxing. You beat the champion gets his immediate resettle it there, or you go to a rubber, and the rubber is mainly based on performance of the second. That's what I was thinking. But when you watch the fight, I I feel you. I feel like I won a round, but I'm not gonna lie and say I feel like I did better. There are a lot of people in the YouTube section saying it was a draw. There are differing opinions all around the board. I'm moving basically on principle of the sport more so than performance.
Yeah. No, I hear that. No, I certainly hear that. But then again, you have to compare it to the industry or compare it to the community. So when you look at, well, who has as a champion fought and lost and got an immediate rematch? Is that part of the culture of street beefs? Has that been an action or pattern that been demonstrated in the past that you can rely on and say, hey, well, this particular champion was able to get a rematch, so therefore I should because of my loss? Or was this something purely solely on the basis of boxing foundation?
It was purely based on the principles of boxing foundation. But now that when you say compared to the street beefs, that's happened in the yard. There are a couple of street OG yard. There are a couple of OG yard boxing matches where Scarface had to get in the middle of a ring that's like got screaming angry people around it saying, yo, the champion took the loss. He gets an immediate rematch. We're going to run this back. Great win. Like there's a couple of those. There's a couple of times like things have changed hands or draw that everyone thought, well, no, he got robbed. That's not a draw. This, then the third. That happens. That happens in fighting, and they'll happen everywhere, from street beefs to Mama's Fight Den to WBC, IBO, all that. That's always going to happen.
All right. But when you assess your own performance, do you believe you warrant a rematch? Outside of just principles, outside of this kind of system that has already been in place in boxing, do you feel by your performance alone you warrant a rematch?
Yeah, because I'm thinking A in my mind is I wasn't 100%, but then you say take away principles. So okay, right. Never mind. He was trying to knock me out, and I went the distance with him. Okay, I lost rounds after rounds, but I went the distance.
But you see the argument though, right?
Opponents, no one's done that really. He stops most of his opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't stop me.
But he also didn't stop Golden Arms, and Golden Arms was trying to get a rematch, and that didn't happen.
Golden Arms wasn't the champion.
I mean, right. I think that's the only.
I also go to okay, record rise.
Right.
That makes me top contender anyway at the time, not presently now, because I've been inactive and I see that now, which is like why I'm flipping. But no, at the time I'm thinking, okay, 5-1, I'm still top contender. So we got to run it back either way, fam. No one else got Like, because this man is the same man that said, let the light heavyweight division develop. You know, you can't talk about fighting people's records, because he's talked about that with me, about the records of people I fought, about the integrity of my teammates. Now, a lot of people have actually been talking about the integrity of Scrapyard, by the way, which, yeah, we'll get to later because we're walking down, but
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. We'll discuss in a second.
But building off of that, Fire Chicken did mention that they let another one of their champions rematch after losing. And so I just wanted to contribute that to this conversation as well.
That's generally how it goes.
Okay. And so you have this fight with 619.
Yeah.
Right. Championship bout. You lose. And to your assessment, you felt like you won one round. Am I getting that right? I just want to make sure I got that accurate.
Yeah. To my assessment, I think I took round 4.
Okay.
But that's still up in the air because I'm biased. Of course, I think that. You go to judges, of course, they didn't think that. Some of the community doesn't think that. That's only like certain groups that feel that way, which I got no qualms about. I'm not going to be mad at either way you look at it. I look at it as performance-wise, like you can tell that that's not 100%. It's like watching. It's like watching Steph Curry when he like coming back from a bad ankle, but he playing like shit. But I'm looking at the man hobbling. So like,
no, I hear that, but again, it's a loss is a loss, right?
That's true. A loss is a loss, and I own it. 619 was the better man that day. 619 beat me. It was
because you could have said, you know what, I don't want to fight. You could have just opted out to fight him and say, you know what, I'm actually not feeling well. But because you went into it knowing this information going in, that you were malnourished, that there was a lot going on in your life, you still went into the fight and you competed.
Yeah, you never quit.
Right. And so let me say this, because you said something earlier. You said, even with this loss, I'm still the top contender. And I don't think many people will argue that. However, what I think you're failing to acknowledge. Thank you, Tunde. Appreciate the assist. You're failing to acknowledge that there's exactly that there's actually other competitors who have been on a winning streak who lost to 619 earlier. So when you look at $1 Million Hands, he lost to 619 in the second fight, but then he's been on a winning streak. And so to the consensus, I think a lot of folks think $1 Million Hands is actually the number one contender. And so how do you bypass him when you're coming off a loss and he already has a multiple victories?
I went to the record. Well, what's he now? 4? Is that 4 for him?
It might be.
Is that 4?
Because he just had 2 straight wins. He had a say-so KO.
And he already had 2.
Hitman.
Because he was 3-0. Wasn't he 3-0 when he fought 619?
No, he was 1-0 when he fought 619.
Sorry, 1-0. So then he went 1-1. Then he won 2. So he's 3-1 now.
Yes, he's 3-1.
3-1. Okay, I likened it to record. I thought he was around 4 or 3, but I thought he just came off of one. So yeah, I likened it to record. 5-1 versus like 3-1. I was like, okay, well, 5-1.
But Kenny, you got to be fair, man. But you got to be fair.
No,
all your wins didn't come from the West Coast branch.
That's true. These are feelings I had posting that. How I feel now is completely different. I feel differently now. Now I feel like I didn't mean to disrespect, because I have been inactive and everyone's been working their asses off. And to try and just like step over like what they're doing just because you know, I feel like I feel like I'm right and vindicated, it's disrespectful. So I feel it.
And so I want to interject here and do a couple of things. There are some new viewers. Hey, everybody. What's good? Welcome to Show Improve.
What's up, y'all?
We are talking to Izzy because, as you know, Show Improve is the platform where we get street beef fighters and people in general to get on the platform to debate their favorite topics. And so we have a very debatable topic of whether Izzy should have access to fighting 619 for a title match again. And I want to bring up a lot of the things that I see in the comments. Right now, we got a lot of people saying, Izzy, you need to work your way up. And so to bring up $1 Million Hands specifically, they were saying like he is on a winning streak at this moment. He looks better that he did when he initially fought 619, and they think that you should go through that process and work your way up, or at least fight him next. So how do you feel about what they're saying?
Well, first off, fuck Free Smoke and what he's saying. Just offer it. Like, it's all love though.
He's not the only one saying it. I want to be.
I know. I'm just saying that, but I'm just saying, like, it's, like Isaac know I love him, and I know he loved me, but fuck all that. There's a reason that the head admins at these Street Beef branches helped make it so that records from all branches counted as one. There is a reason for that, and to me, like, even just going over what bros like people were saying, that's disrespectful because you disrespecting like the system in place. However, like, after thinking over that, like, okay, I feel that I've come off 2 losses and I have looked bad performance-wise. I looked up bad. I looked like real bad. So I feel it. And I wouldn't be opposed to fighting MDH. I would like to fight MDH. I believe he thinks I'm ducking him because how I'm coming about 619. And I want to assure him, like, if you watching, bro, that's not the case.
He in here. Just to be clear.
No, Andrew, I'm not ducking you.
Wait, hold on. Say that again right now.
Andrew, I am not ducking you. Relax. Where I was coming from was a place of like, what? Nah, like, fuck all that. You trying to duck me, I was just thinking of like, I'm being done wrong because this shit was agreed to in May, but I didn't take into accountability how I fucked up in that. So it's cool, I know I'm going to get to 619 either way. So, but no, Andrew, I'm not ducking you, man. We can fight.
You see MDH's comments? You see all them ducks?
I don't fucking care, man. You like, dude, you got someone hit you in your body and you quit. I don't care.
Oh.
But
right, so Fire Chicken brought up a really good point. He said records count, but they don't count towards title contention per se. Fire Chicken, I don't know if you're available to explain that a little bit. I'll definitely send you the StreamYard link so we can get you on. But that is something to talk about. He said that they count from you going to multiple branches, but they at least, he's representing Scrapyard. So at this point, we can speak for Scrapyard. They don't contribute to title contention.
Yeah, and so to that point, right? And so, say if Canadian, you're 5-1, that doesn't automatically give you. You might have the best record if you go to Scrapyard, but that doesn't automatically put you in a position to fight for a title because you actually haven't had those wins. Well, you had 1 win, but you haven't had a lot of wins on that yard to really stake the claim to be your champion.
I understand that now, which is why I deleted the post because it felt childish and I don't feel that way anymore. I took some time to just like air out my anger and just like all that and take accountability for me. But I feel like yeah, I definitely have to work back up to it. I definitely have to return to full form. I definitely have to start working out. And I've been doing that. I've been doing a whole lifestyle change. I've been
Hey,
doing a whole
Okay.
MDH's last name is Magana.
Magana, I
Okay,
think.
cool.
Yeah, so
Magana.
we're working on to get Fire Chicken on, and also at some point also get $1 Million on. And so, but I do have a Canadian. So if you can, because I'm also hearing this argument as well, is that not only did you lose to 619, but you also lost to Gorilla. And
True.
so those were like 2 back-to-back losses that make it almost nearly impossible for you to even look for it to look for to give a rationale that you fighting 619 for a championship belt.
I was
I mean, what are your thoughts on
in my
that, right?
head.
Because
No,
people are saying,
that's mad true, and that's mad true, and I actually agree with that. At the time, in my head was, but BLK Prime doesn't count towards street beefs, so you can't look at it. But like we just being real, I sucked versus Gorilla, man. I didn't represent the West Coast well at all. I looked like a big fat ass little baby in there, you know. I got like pushed around, and I was fighting like on autopilot. I wasn't even like really. I wasn't even thinking
right.
about it. I fucked myself over, but it's cool though. It's cool because that woke me up and that really motivated me. But no, I agree with that. I definitely gotta. I've looked bad. I look like shit, and I gotta get back. I gotta get back to it.
Tunde, come on.
I'm
Let
sorry,
them,
man. I apologize. Hey, these comments are making me laugh, bro. The
yeah, the
comment
comments
section
are
is
going.
going up.
Yeah, it's going up. It's going up. But it's certainly, I think, taking those back-to-back losses to what's called, the court of public opinion, right? Is that those 2 losses were devastating to your reputation as a fighter, and in a lot of ways, it didn't look like you wanted to be there, right? As you pointed out, right, you weren't in physical shape, you weren't mentally there, and so how can people count on you to show up for a title fight if you're not in the right space in your last 2 fights?
Talk shit about me. I'm here now.
Okay,
No, but for real though, um, that's just how I'm wired. You know, I am focused with I was focused with other things, but what I didn't want to do was I didn't want to go out like with questions about me, like
right.
you got retired by Gorilla, oh they fucked you up mentally so you quit, oh this that and the third. I was like, I'm not going out like that, right? So, but I was wrestling with the fact that like no, but as like a just being real, I have to be fully in it. Like I can't be half-assing things. I don't live my life like that. So that's like a lot of what's been going on was me like wrestling with like, yo, you gotta like focus on one or the other. But my man Shinigami Khan, still repping it, always repping it. He told me something that really resonated with me, and shit. Now I feel totally different. Words of wisdom for real. I feel totally different now. Now I'm ready to work my ass off. I'm working my ass off now. I run like 2-3 miles, like 6 days a week.
Well, shout out to Shinigami, right? I
I'm
mean, you
doing my
always gotta,
thing, man. I'm coming
yeah,
back.
you
But like,
always gotta
yeah,
appreciate friends who are willing to give you the real talk, the real to inspire, to motivate you to get back in shape, get back to who everyone knows who you are, right? And
yeah.
so with that, we have Fire Chicken in the back, and so let's bring Fire Chicken up. What's up,
Guys,
Fire
how
Chicken?
you
How you
doing?
doing, my man? Good, man. I love your background, by the way. It's awesome. With
Oh,
the red
thanks.
lights.
What's up, Fire
So
Chicken?
I've really been missing out on a lot. You guys know I'm running the branch up here and got a lot of stuff going on. So I've been pretty preoccupied with that, editing videos. I haven't been able to keep up as much. So all the information I'm hearing about what's going on is brand new information to me. I just knew that Izzy was in Washington State, and first off, I wanted to hook up with him and do some sparring, but we got a match coming up, our 1-year anniversary on the 31st, and I thought I'd throw that out there at him. So that's where we're at.
All right. And so, Izzy, can you clarify some of your comments you said earlier, right? Around leaving the West Coast to go to the scrapyard. What is that about? Is it just because now that you're in that state, you're going to transition over, or you're going to be fighting in both branches?
I'm going to be fighting in both branches. What I said yesterday, I said in the heat of the moment. I said angrily. I said out of a place of hurt. And I was just pissed off. And after like sitting down, taking a chill pill, growing the fuck up, no, I'm going to fight at both. I'm going to fight at SBWC, of course. But I am also going to be fighting at in the scrapyard. And y'all got scrapyard fucked up. Firstly, there's in the community, we don't want to address it, but there is like an underlying disrespect for the quality of competition in the scrapyard. And it's quite frankly, it's terrible. Like scrapyard ain't sweet. Scrapyard ain't easy work at all. You want to fight in cold ass rainy weather? I was there before turf, before cage. We fighting on mud. It's a colder version of the OG yard. The OG yard isn't as hard to fight in as the scrap yard because the OG yard is mud and dirt as well. But that's hot, and it's like a real sticky hot. I'm from the Midwest. I'm used to that. That's fine, right? Sunny California, Nevada, desert, that like it's wetland. It's wetland. Like that's just wet. That's just wet. It's like just wet.
I know what you mean, man. I just went out and fought in Virginia like 3-4 weeks ago.
The OGR is the second toughest fucking venue to fight in. That sticky heat ain't nothing to play with. But I liken it to like, I'm from the Midwest, so like I'm used to that, that little country feel, that East Coast feel. I've always been used to that. But no, it's not easy fighting in the scrapyard. Relax.
Man, the last event we had, it was like 105 degrees out. We never get heat like that, but we got hit with this heat wave, and it was crazy. But I still think it was harder to fight in Virginia. It's a different type of heat.
That's the heat you get in that kind of.
Yeah,
that's the kind of heat we get in Missouri.
So yeah, go ahead, Fire Chicken. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't want to take anything away. I was just going to say, I got your opponent picked out for you for fighting on the 31st, and I didn't know when I wanted to. I was going to announce it on my live tonight because right after this, I'm going to be doing a live on Scrapyard, Kicking It with Chicken. I do it every once in a while. It's kind of sporadic, but I could do it on here too, let you know who you're fighting. I mean, okay. Still interested, right?
Yeah.
Premiere, world premiere.
All right. So, I got a guy that signed up, and his name is The Real Lion. So you can look him up. He's had one fight with.
He is a beast. I've seen him fight.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
He's tough.
Super tough.
He's got his weight down a little bit now. So like before, he was fighting at a little bit heavier weight, and now he's down. Now he's down at 200. So.
Yeah, if y'all audience, if you haven't checked him out, certainly check out his opponent. He is tough. And so so I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't realize that they were close in weight. Because the Real Lion looks a lot bigger.
He does.
And so the Canadian, a lot of folks are also arguing that you're actually in the wrong weight class. They believe that you should be lower.
At like 180.
Yeah,
I guess.
Come on down to 180.
I'm coming. I honestly, I feel the same way. I do. I feel like I am because I'm a natural. Naturally, I am a middleweight. That's no cap. That's no cap. I shouldn't be fighting at light heavyweight, but I figured you start something, you got to finish it. You know, I came in SBWC 1 fat, 210 pounds, and by what Vegas, I was like maybe 200 solid. So I've been having to move down. I'm at 196 now though. I'm coming down to 185. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be just actual me, my final form.
So Fire Chicken, I know we've had this conversation multiple times just about the light heavyweight division, right?
Yep.
And it seems like it's developing on your end. And so, I mean, how many fights until you get a champion? Like, where are we at on that status?
Well, I mean, I've wanted to implement more titles into the scrapyard because as it sits now, we only have three titles, one for each belt in different weight classes. But I mean, it would be nice to be able to just say, hey, we're going to have a title fight for 205 this event. And we don't have to rely on these, 3 fighters to fight every event to have title fights. So what I was getting at was I can basically make a match a title fight. The stipulation is, you have to obviously defend it every couple months, every few months or whatever. And I mean, that's pretty much it. So I talked to the Real Lion already tonight, and I asked him, I said, how would you feel if we made you and Izzy's match a title fight? And he's down for it. So are you down for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, word. Another exclusive, y'all.
Right,
Another
right.
exclusive.
You went from winning a rematch title fight to getting a whole different title fight.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Yeah.
going to have a 205 division now. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is he going to go do some push-ups?
Yeah, right. Hey, is he that dude? Is he do push-ups and be like, yeah, I was off screen doing push-ups. Y'all not pulling up as much as I am.
Hey, you coming out this weekend or what?
Yeah, I want to come out and spar definitely, man. I'm trying to amp up the training because a lot of things said about my training, and
let me know because I got family and stuff, and I like to put things together,
Yo, do you travel, man, or do I gotta come out to get?
Dude, you wanna spar in the scrapyard? How far away are you?
I'm in Redmond.
That ain't too far.
I'm in.
Yeah, don't give out your address. People might be showing up.
Hey, don't do too much. Don't do too much.
Let's smoke a blunt together, man.
So, yeah, it ain't too bad on the weekends to travel down here. Weekdays are really tough. I-5, you don't want to be caught in that. So,
Okay.
I could get a couple people together if maybe you want to do it like Sunday. I could get like Moses out here. We could make a few hour but training session out of it.
Okay. When? Saturday, Sunday?
Either or. Yeah, I'm good with either or.
I'm off. I'm off work Sunday.
And here's the thing. You see in the comments, people are already challenging for the title. Already challenging for the belt, and you haven't received it yet. And people are still trying to challenge you. That's hilarious,
bro.
Hey, if they want to fight for a scrapyard title, they gotta do it in the scrapyard, though.
Word. Well, there you go. If you want that belt, make sure you get down there. Right, you got to fight in that weather.
Again, I gotta say, this event that you're fighting at for this new title is our 1 year anniversary. We've been doing this for 1 year, and a lot of stuff's changed, in that time. But I mean, you've been part of the scrapyard. You traveled all the way out here and you fought, and now you're getting to fight again. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yo, can we go? Yo, let's go fishing first, man.
Fishing?
Yeah, like before
Right.
anything, like let's go
All right,
fishing.
all right. Canadian, we got to slow down on the bromance. All right. not saying that we promote it, but we just want to make sure that we filled all the questions that people are coming in. So we appreciate all the exclusives. Fire Chicken, you have lit this thing on fire. So I appreciate it. And so I'm pretty sure the Canadian appreciates you as well.
That's what
You
fire
do.
chickens do.
Now
Yeah.
you're
Fire
motivated.
chickens do.
Now okay. Now it's gonna be 5 miles. Great.
Right. Well, we appreciate the time, Fire Chicken. We're going to bring on
Thanks for having me on.
Hands. Absolutely.
No
Thank you,
problem,
brother.
man.
Appreciate it.
All right, so hey MDH, I want you to cue up some intro music. You don't have to play it, but I want you to rap it. So up next, this man was on our show for a matchup late last year. He was
Can I
going
get
up
off
against
camera
619.
What was that?
Can I get off camera 1 second? I need some
Yeah,
limits. Thank you.
Yeah, hand me this. He's again tonight to talk to Izzy Campbell because the comment section demanded it. You wanted it, we're bringing it to you, straight to your living rooms. $1 million. Hey!
Dollar hand.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, first and foremost, just acknowledge the comment section. Hey, y'all ain't never been this crazy, bro. Y'all ain't never been this crazy. 619 was like, he'll lose again and blame it on not eating his usual McGriddle for breakfast. Y'all ain't never
who trains fucking IG models for a living.
Y'all ain't never been this funny, man. John sent music. I don't.
All right, so there you go.
I see it.
So here we go. Right. So we have the two number one. I mean, the Canadian would say probably the two. We have the number one, right, contender in $1 million hands,
Like
and the Canadian who is claiming to be the number one contender in the light heavyweight division at Streetbeefs West Coast.
Or 619 likes to say his children.
And so, $1 million hands, man. He
What's
called
up?
you out. He said he ain't ducking. Do you think he's ducking you?
I mean, I won't say he's ducking. I mean, I don't think he's ducking, but I just don't think he wants to work. I don't think he wants to work hard to get back at the title shot. I mean, when I lost, I mean, yeah, I felt like quitting because I mean, you fight 619, that's a big match. You know what I mean? What else is left after that? But I kept working. I worked my butt off. I fought Say So, then I fought Hitman. So I mean, the way I see it, he has to do the same, and I don't think he wants to do the same.
And I will say though, I think you're not the only person who said this. I've heard actually people say that the Canadian is looking for a shortcut to get back to the title, and so that seems like a general kind of statement that is out there, sentiment that people are expressing.
I agree.
I did not mean to come off like that. I didn't mean to come off as if I don't want to do the work or feel like I, deserve to step in front of the line or cut people in the line. And I realized that how I was acting gave that whole impression. So first and foremost, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to make it seem like I was trying to leap over y'all, because y'all been doing y'all shit for real. You've been fighting your ass off. I've been watching your shit. You doing your thing,
Right?
And I'm down for the work. I felt like I was getting fucked over, so I was like, okay, what's the word then? But no, I feel it. I get it now. We can fight.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, let's fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever, dog.
Streetbeefs Westcoast 10.
All right. Well, okay. Well, after West Coast 10, after West Coast 10, we can fight.
No, like
Yeah, because you're not coming out to the 10, right?
Nah, I'm still training. It's getting these matchups are getting like real. It's getting scary out there. So I need to make sure that I'm physically, ready. I've been back at the gym for almost like 2 months, trying to get a good 3 months in, get a good 3 month training in, and then yeah, dude, we can handle that.
Bet I got you, and I apologize for downplaying you. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do. I was just like y'all. Like I was just like nigga. I'm the Canadian, and like I was just thinking vain. I was thinking vainly, thinking selfishly, and narcissistically, and that's why like I apologize, man.
Right.
We're gonna get it down, and whoever is the better man is going to get that Riri versus 619, and if I get it, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, when I beat you, you still have a title fight. You still got a title fight in the scrapyard. So that you still have that to look forward to.
Bro, Sam, when I beat you, you still got a title fight.
That's cool. Because
I am gonna look like Wero to you. Don't get it. You are not Gorilla. I lost to the Streetbeefs Heavyweight champion. That's why I was downplaying my last two performances, because I was thinking like, yo, if you think of my competition, it was 619 and the Streetbeefs Heavyweight champion. The dude was 30 pounds heavier than me. But that's not taking accountability for me. I could have won that fight if I had trained. So no excuses this time. No excuses.
Yeah,
All right, there we have it, right? We got the matchup. So Alex and Martin, if you're watching this, make this happen. I know it won't be at 10. I know the Canadians signed for Streetbeefs Westcoast 10. So maybe 11? Can this happen in 11?
11?
What was that, Canadian?
Maybe Silas. Who knows?
Fight whoever. It doesn't even matter. Because at the end of the day, if you want to fight 619, you feel like, oh, I want a rematch. Oh, I need a rematch. All right, well, me too. I feel the same way. So
okay.
Eventually, it doesn't even matter. Either way, you're gonna see me. 619 gonna see me. It doesn't even matter which order.
Okay. Yo, you look like somebody drunk uncle. I'm just like, why are you holding your breast?
I'm not even holding my breast.
So you acknowledge you got breasts?
Right here, dog. But not as much as you did when you fought Gorilla. Not as much as that.
Okay. Hey, speaking of Gorilla, Gorilla, click the link. MDH, we appreciate you. Thank you for getting on. I didn't expect it to be this calm. I thought I thought y'all was gonna go head to head.
Because he was calm. So how can I? You know what I mean? Like how can I hop on here?
Yeah, he diffused it. No, the Canadian did a really good job of diffusing it. He did some grown man stuff right now. So I'm really proud of him. I'm glad he did it. Acknowledging his shortcomings, acknowledging what he did was a mistake and overlooking you. And so I'm glad this happened. So I appreciate you coming on, and your presence allowed it to happen.
I'm gonna beat your ass
for sure. And so when we get this matchup locked in, we're gonna do a face-off live on Show and Prove.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
we gonna stare at our phone at each other?
For sure. Y'all gonna have to make some magic happen.
Word.
All right, MDH.
All right, bro. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
All right, brother.
That boy started drinking Bellows. Now he doing good.
All right, y'all. So up next, we got the main man himself, Mr. McRib, Gorilla.
What's going on, Gorilla?
That boy just ate some ribs. Look,
Canadian know what's going on. Why you keep telling niggas I'm 30 pounds when I came in that fight? I was 30 pounds bigger than you, yo.
Bro, you were
Stop.
hella heavy. What are you talking about?
I came in the fight. You came in the fight at 200 pounds. I came in the fight 215 pounds.
I thought you was 230.
No, nigga, I lost that. I came in that fight 215 pounds.
It's hard.
That's
to
how much
imagine
work.
that you was 215.
That's how much work I put in. That's how much
you
work
was
I put in for
220.
that
Stop
fight.
capping. You was 220. Don't even.
I swear on my listen. I swear on my kids, y'all. If you watch that BLK fight over, when they do the announcements, when they first put us in, they're gonna say from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 215 pounds, gorilla. I mean, I know it felt like I was 230 because the power.
the power.
Yeah, that power was stirred. You can't lie. Don't lie, y'all. Don't lie, y'all. You probably thought like, damn, I already fucked this nigga up. I know you probably thought like, God damn. I told you, you know why I boxed you like that, yo?
I felt like, damn, you gonna knock me out already?
I ain't won. I ain't got to knock you out. Listen, I'm 30. Listen, I'm 32. I'm 32 years old, bro. I got messed up rotators up. Hands broke all up. And listen, you still couldn't touch me. You ain't win that one round, yo. Out of all 6 rounds, you ain't win that one round. I outboxed you, outclassed you, show you that all them boxing matches you was doing back in the Golden Glove era, shit was trash. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. And you was boxing longer than me. Only been boxing for 2.5 years. Gorilla. Gorilla, the monster. Listen, keep it 100. Out of men 619, who you think was the hardest fight?
A hardest fight?
Yeah.
You.
I know me.
You.
One punch had your ass flying out the ring. Look. If you look, they got a meme out, yo. They got a meme out, yo. They got a meme out, yo. When you holding your hands like this, like you was going to bed. You didn't hear what the ref like. Stop, go to your corner, gorilla. Stop. Ref was ready to kick me. Ref was ready to kick me out, man. The body, yo. Listen, yo. I told you stop playing with me, yo. I told anybody who come my way thinking they can look at 50 tapes of Gorilla, yo, is not the same until you get in that ring.
You know, like how after the fight you be sore, like you be like,
yeah, shit. You was hurting like shit, wasn't you?
Nah, I went out and had a full day. I felt great, nigga.
Man, you ain't feel great, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo. At that beat your ass, yo, I think you had on a whole suit, yo. I beat your ass. First you came that you was all rugged, looking like you from LA and shit. Then that
Baltimore said he was gonna knock me out. He ain't knocked me out.
You was in a suit, turtleneck. He had a turtleneck on suit. I beat that man into a turtleneck, man. Don't play with me, yo. Stop playing with Gorilla, yo.
That nigga came there, some press.
Listen, make sure you tell your fellow friends, right? Whoever come next, whoever come next, make sure you tell your fellow friends.
You a heavyweight. You a heavyweight. You a heavyweight.
I mean, I could be a heavyweight, but you know, just like you, heavyweight really ain't my real size. My real size is about 200 pounds. So I'm really a light heavyweight. I just grew to be a heavyweight and stayed there because I liked it. I like the all that weight class shit y'all be talking about. I don't care about none of that. I fight dudes 50 pounds bigger than me all the time. I think my last 13 fights was dudes like had me at least 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds bigger than me, bro. A real fighter don't cry about weight, yo. Real fighter is not about weight, yo.
That's why I signed up for the fight.
Skill get you far. I could have been your size and I would have been pushing you out around like that, bro.
No, you could.
Because I'm a gangster.
My size, it would be totally different.
Listen, because I'm a gangster. You get what I'm saying? When I was doing 6 years in prison, I was smacking niggas, pushing them around like that too, at 195 pounds. So when I saying you, and then Mr. Oh, I trained so much. Once you beat their ass, now I wasn't training, and you feel me? What happened was I wasn't in the train of thought. I was thinking about 619.
That post-fight clarity, man.
That's what these hands do. These hands, we
got paid to promote a fight.
They call Mr. Andy. You were scared before we even fought. I seen it in your face.
I wasn't scared. Relax.
When you first seen me, you was like, damn, yo, what you was hitting the Bowflex? You don't remember? When you first
I was saying, oh, you hit the Bowflex, huh?
No, I don't though, cuz I'm just big as shit. I look smaller on camera, bro. But when you see me, you're like, oh my fucking God. That nigga really is a gorilla.
I thought you'd be bigger.
You thought you knew I was big because when I got up in your face like this, you like, oh my god. You know how.
Yeah, I thought your breath smelled like ass.
Nah, get out of here, man.
It did.
What happened was, man, I turned you to a what they call them? Like one of the more nerd niggas. You was looking like, oh my god, let me dip my head down. That's the gorilla.
No, you taller than me.
I was nice and icy. Listen, I was nice and icy. Then I had Mrs. Teddy Bear looking like, damn, that nigga fresh as shit too.
You did.
I'm about to leave, Teddy.
You know what's crazy though? She said, you know what's crazy? She said, yours was looking at her all funky. Like,
shit.
Listen, y'all. Listen. I don't look at other females. You know what I mean? I'm super married.
No, I didn't say you. I said she was looking at her.
Oh yeah. My wife don't play because my wife said she want to be in BLK Prime 3 or something. My wife, Mrs. Gorilla, was raised. You know what I mean? So I know, you're good. I talked to you earlier. Keep it 100. I talked to you earlier, yo. I told you, yo. I said, listen, yo. Don't worry about no title fight right now. You get what I'm saying? Start over. First, you know what I mean, go back to the drawing boards. Your 2 losses. You feel me? They wasn't easy. You know, they top ranked dudes. You feel me? And we what's called, and we are like, I mean, we here to help each other for real. You know what I mean? Even if you got your ass
spanked, all over at the end of the day.
But at the same time, yo, you can learn from shit like that. Like I said, I ain't start really training until after I lost to fucking B Rose. When I lost to a middleweight, yo, I said, oh no. I said, this can't happen no more. I said, you know what's gonna happen? I might have to go out here. I'm gonna have to train hard. I didn't go up there like, you know what, this and that. No, I waited a whole year, yo, to fight Cornflake after I lost the first. That was a closer fight than you in 619. You get what I'm saying? I waited a whole year. Then I went back and got him again. You get what I'm saying? I went back and got him again a year later. You feel me? I don't know what happened, but I went back and got him a year later. But then B Rose, after B Rose beat me, I was running all that. Now I'm trying to get him back too. I'm gonna get my win back from him too. Any nigga that beat me, they know that I'm coming. That's why niggas is gone. Niggas is in the charger right now, getting out of there, because niggas know I'm coming. I'm coming. Niggas know I don't play games. Look, I don't play, yo. I don't play. And if I say I'm not training, I'm not fighting. Fuck that. Nigga ain't gonna get me when I'm at my lowest point. You get what I'm saying? Like believe it or not, I think they needed a fight for tomorrow. I think it was even what's his name? Sloth or Fair Play for tomorrow. And yeah, I would have fought them if I was training. I ain't trained since I fought you. You get what I'm saying? I had to get my weight back, man. That 215 pounds, boy. I felt sick. I felt like I was ready to die. I said, oh, let me get that back. You heard me. So I've been laid back, relax. I mean, I can do it because, you know what I mean, I got 23 wins, you feel me? 23 wins in the yard. So I can relax for at least a month. You feel? I've been going 2.5 years strong. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Think about what you did wrong. Relocate. Fight 3, 4 motherfuckers. You can fight 2 motherfuckers that just came in and then get you 2 good motherfuckers. And I'll guarantee you, yo, they'll watch you, yo. They going to send you that shit. You ain't got to ask for it, bro. Niggas, when they gonna be the ones that be like, oh damn, that's Canadian. And then I lost the gorilla. After that badass lost the gorilla, that nigga came back on this shit. You feel me? Cause that was a bad loss, yo. I had you flying through the ropes, bro. I felt bad at the while, yo, cause I was looking at you, right, and I was like, damn, yo, should I just full blast him and shit and just like bust his shit all up, or should I just let him live? I say I fuck with him. He gonna smoke a blunt. I'm gonna beat him bad though, whereas though he gonna smoke a nice blunt with me after I'm done. You came out there with a nice blunt, yo. I ain't never see a blunt that, yo. You smoke, yo. I think you smoke about what, $80 worth of weed with me.
$1.50.
$1.50. Listen, yo. Niggas out here, look, niggas will tell you, yo. Listen to tell you, yo. You my nigga,
you missed
yo.
The other dog. You left too early, but you missed the other.
Listen, yo. Get into your acting shit more, yo. Feel me? Retire from this boxing shit, yo. You know what I mean?
I'm cool.
Retire, yo. Get into your acting shit, yo.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Listen, you telling niggas I'm sorry and shit, yo. We don't do all that, yo.
You know what's crazy though?
I ain't telling no nigga I'm sorry.
I'm happy you brought that up.
I ain't telling no nigga I'm sorry. I'm like, look, my nigga, I'm not sorry. I'm gonna be on that card straight up. You know what I mean? I ain't sorry for shit.
Hey, bro,
Gorilla damn near retired me. Y'all niggas try to throw me in there with the animals. They did the, they petty, yo. Yo, they sit there and threw you in there with the gorilla. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'd have probably came out there with the pistol, yo, because niggas threw you in there with the big, yo. Nigga really threw you in there with me, yo. And you accepted, and you really, listen, and you really accepted that fight, yo.
It's not a bad loss in my eyes at all.
Yeah, okay.
Street Beefs.
Okay, it was on pay-per-view, yo. It was on pay-per-view, yo. It was on pay-per-view, yo. It was on pay-per-view, bro.
You was fighting the dude who just lost. You doing the former champion who just lost. So you was supposed to knock me out. You did
not really. I don't knock nobody out, bro. Listen. If y'all actually, if anybody actually watch my fight, yo, if anybody actually watch my fight, yo, name it. Gorilla don't knock nobody out. I just like to beat niggas' ass for 3 rounds. You feel me? I'd rather beat your ass for 3 rounds than knock you out. Real shit. I don't care about knocking. If it come, it come. But you're gonna feel everything. It don't matter. You might as well get knocked out. I mean, it's gonna hurt. It hurt. You know, I had your little ribs all. You know what I mean? McRib, extra fries, 2 sodas on the side, and it was a meal for 2. But you was single. You was there by yourself. It was a meal for 2, yo.
I know you ain't like them little hooks.
Yo, I swear on my life, yo, I don't think you land 1 hit, yo. I don't think you land 1 hit, bro. I don't think you land 1 hit, yo. If you landed a hit, listen, if you landed a hit, yo, this is how it felt. Listen, this how it felt. Listen, this how the hit felt. Look, like that. I swear.
Okay.
I don't get hurt, yo. Listen, I don't get hurt in the fights, yo. I don't get hurt, yo.
I was waiting to be hurt, but
gangster.
I felt great. Man. I felt great.
This shit soft. Okay. That shit felt like pillows, boy, the fluffiest ones. Don't you know the pillows that you get from Walmart, the ones that be in the little bin? That shit was the goose downs. That shit, boy, your shit was soft as shit. I had you running into the ropes, nigga. I wasn't even over there. You over there swinging at the commentators and shit. I was gone on that nigga. Pew, pew, pew. Told you I'm too fast, yo. Too fast, yo. Motherfucking weaving and all that nigga is superior. You gotta get your skills up, yo, before you come at Gorilla, yo. It's not Gorilla for nothing, yo. I just want to let you know that. You took that fight because you thought it was gonna be an easy comeback win. Don't lie, yo. And you said, don't lie.
Whatever.
You did. You did. Yo, you were talking hella shit. Yo, you had on that little country ass outfit with the little shorts with the little motherfucking palm trees all over the shirt. Fuck out of here. I was looking like, this nigga come over here. That's like motherfucking fucking die, man.
Yo, Gorilla, we should have had you at the beginning of the show, man. This has been funny, dude.
I did that, yo. That's what happened, yo, when you come to my way, yo. You know it, yo. When you looked at me dead in my eyes, yo, you was like, damn, yo, I know this a Baltimore nigga. This a real ball. Yo, you could tell he been through some shit. And them old 4 kids. Right. Listen, I'm probably one of the oldest fighters with the most. Cause I'm not just on the. Is you on the Wall of Fame yet? Y'all don't have a Wall of Fame?
Not yet, but
no, they don't.
Y'all gotta get a Wall of Fame. I'm on that twice though. That should tell you something. I'm on that 2 times. Not just for being not just for having over 8 wins or over 12 wins. I'm on that actually for having the most wins in a year span. And I'm a tough man champion. So if we want to leave from outside of street beef, I'm actually a tough man. I didn't beat dudes in there, you know, getting crazy for the money. They want the $1,000, so they really kill their own mothers. Yeah. That's what we do around here, yo. Next, your
Well,
ass
we're
gonna get ass busting basketball. That's what's next.
Don't even
all
play
right,
with me like that.
Gorilla,
No. Watch your mouth
We
when you talk to me with basketball. I saw what you did with Esteban. That shit weak as
Hold on,
hell.
hold on, hold on,
You
hold
playing
on. Matt
mud
Daniel saying
ball.
something. What you
You
say, Daniel?
playing mud ball. You playing mud ball. I will
All
ball
right,
All
you.
right,
listen,
all right,
listen. My man
fellas.
Daniel saying something,
I'm
man.
not. I'm
You
not.
had your,
I'm
you had
not
your
a.
We
turn.
about to
You
hit
was
that 1
quiet.
hour
You
mark,
was letting me
fellas. Fellas,
talk.
Sometimes Hooper.
I'm about to have
I
to
will
mute
bust
y'all.
your ass.
I'm gonna mute y'all. I'm gonna
All
mute
right, what
y'all.
you?
We hit the 1 hour mark, family. Gorilla, thanks for getting on. We appreciate you, bro. It's always a good time. You feel me?
yeah,
Um,
always a good time.
and so Canadian, I want to just wrap things up, close things out, and give you the space to, speak your piece.
Okay. First and foremost, Street Beefs West Coast, the community. I am sorry for how I conducted myself. That wasn't conducive. That wasn't conducive of how I act or how I carry myself. I was in the heat of the moment, and I'm sorry. I've been in the gym. I'm gonna take more commitment. I'm gonna take more ownership of my actions. I'm gonna take responsibility, and that this comeback is finna be nasty, man. It's finna be nasty. Y'all finna see what's up. Y'all really finna see what's up. Also, y'all got Scrapyard fucked up. Don't do that. Like, we're supposed to all be a family. Go up there, fight up there, watch the videos, go in the group. I'm not saying it just because I'm in the group. Y'all watch OGR videos too. Support one another. We're all a family branched out, and we'll get better matchups and we'll get better like camaraderie in the community if y'all just connect for real. Also, it is funny that Gorilla brought up me trying to retire, because that's where I'm headed towards. I'm not even gonna lie. But before I do, there's also things I was saying when I had high aspirations in Street Beefs, wanting to take all the titles in all three branches. But as I learned more about what would go into that, which would be traveling back and forth to Virginia like all the time, and that's that's a lot of work. If anybody who's fought at the OGR from the West Coast knows that flight ain't cheap. That trip ain't nothing to play with, whether you driving or whether you flying. That's a hard fucking trip to make. So I was tripping. I'm not gonna lie, my acting is actually it's about to take off. It's going in a really good direction. So before I go, I'm going to capture that Scrapyard Light Heavyweight title. I'm going to work my ass off with the West Coast events. And after I beat MDH, and after I beat whoever my opponent is at 10, which I'm going to lobby for Silas because I'm impressed with his performances, no cap. After I make my wins back and get that rematch, I'm going to hold 2 titles before I go. I'll defend them both, but I'll defend them both one time each, and then I'm gonna just lay it down and I'm gonna focus, because what's fair to the community is doing for the community, and instead I would rather just like be real, but other than that, man, but that's not closing the door forever though. That's not to say that like after I'm at where I'm wanting to be in my acting career, I don't come back just for a little scrap for fun, Jordan retired 2-3 times. So yeah, I am going on a title run. I am gonna get some stuff under my belt because I want to make that Wall of Fame. I want to make the Wall of Fame, man. I think I'm doing enough, but I want to solidify my legacy. I want to solidify no, I'm not just all hype. I put in the work behind the scenes, and I put in work on the front line as well. And I'm going to cement my legacy with this last run at these 2 belts, and I'm going to go out doing what I can to entertain Street Beefs and reminding y'all I'm still the Murder Bear. And I always have been the Murder Bear. I always will.
Word. So it looks like you have 5 more fights. I mean, essentially when you count them all, right? And so it seems like
as many fights as it takes until that we'll have 5. Yeah, 5.
It's around like 5 or 6 fights.
5 or 6 fights left.
Yeah. So it looks like probably a year out.
Probably
a year out
because I'm I got a new laptop, I got a new phone, and from there I'm getting film equipment, and now things are about to go in a different direction. I mentioned a year or so ago that I'm making the movie The Stalker. It's a horror. I'll be making a lot of short stories, a lot of short horrors, and a lot of short audio books that I'll be releasing on my YouTube channel. I want to be focusing a lot on that. But before I do, I'm straightening some shit out here in Street Beefs, and I'm going to be focusing on the podcast too. You know, the stepping away from Street Beefs not stepping away from fighting at Street Beefs. I'm still down to come ref. I'm still down to come smoke a fucking bowl online with Miguel, with Wemma. I'm still going to be on the podcast. Show and Prove is still going to be lit. You know, I'm just going to throw on the, you know, like when Grant Hill be hooping and then shit. Now you see him in, yeah. I'm going to be announcing some of the games, damn it. I can't wait, man. Scrapyard 1 year anniversary. Streetbeefs Westcoast 10 1 year anniversary. I'm there, and we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do my thing, and after I win, bye.
Word.
Love
Word.
you.
And so before we sign out, I think it's always important when someone makes proclamations like that, they make these kind of lofty goals for themselves. But what are the accountability measures that you put in place to ensure that you are doing what you're doing? And so how can we hold you accountable? Because you were showing some workout videos before you fought Gorilla, so you were showing some videos, but again, those are just clips you were showing, right? And so It wasn't necessarily telling the entire story. So how do we ensure that we're holding you accountable to that very word?
I am going to make an effort to do more videos and make myself known in the community, training wise. I've been inconsistent with training with the West Coast community. I've been inconsistent training with the Scrapyard community. So I've been ghost with the Scrapyard community. I am going to be training with my community so that y'all see me. Y'all see me do it, you know, because I'm not always going to record myself training. I'm just not. I'm really not. I just don't think to do it. I've never been a camera for the, you know, kind of phone guy. I've always been like wow, like look where I am doing what I'm doing. It's fun. It's lit. I'm like enjoying life through these cameras, you know. So I'm gonna just make myself known in the area so that you know what I'm doing. You know, that way I don't have to speak it. Y'all know it because y'all see it.
Word. There we go. We can leave with that. So I appreciate the time, Canadian. Appreciate you coming on here, being vulnerable, you know, apologizing to the group, but also setting up some fights. And I mean, you're probably the luckiest contestant that we've seen in Street Beefs.
Probably the most undeserving. But yo, you're gonna see that's not even that rhetoric isn't true. That these narratives that I haven't earned my keep, that I haven't done my due diligence. That yes, I have fucked up in training. Yes, I have sold Street Beefs short by not giving y'all a 100% Canadian, and I don't know if we're going to see that in the next 6 fights, because I am at 196, because because me at 100% does mean me at middleweight. But you know what? Like I said, we don't close the door. We don't ever close the door. We don't ever burn the bridge. So the next time when I'm done in Street Beefs as a light heavyweight, I will return as a full form Canadian middleweight.
Word.
That's going to be scary. And
Yes,
once
I agree.
the middleweight, y'all are going to see those amateur days when I was a welterweight. I'm a small guy, and I know that I don't have video to show y'all, but at welterweight, y'all would look at me like y'all look at Venom Black, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. There's like me at welterweight, though all those years ago, that's in the past, But you know what? When I come back to middleweight, y'all are gonna see that again.
Word. Well, we look forward to that, my man. Appreciate for being on the show. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. And so Tunde and I are going to close out. What's up, family? I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I mean, there was a lot going on, as you can imagine. There was, one of the things I really appreciated from the show. Yeah. Not only were the comments lit, like they just had me laughing. Like I just could not stay focused in the entire thing because y'all were just tearing it up. Y'all just had the comment section lit. So I really appreciate y'all for doing that, contributing to the conversation. But what I really enjoyed was, seeing the Canadian kind of mature in front of our eyes, showing signs of maturation and saying, hey, I messed up, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to make things right. And you're right. The things that you've been saying about me, some of them are right. And I'm going to make up for it. So I really appreciate that about, what came out of this conversation with the Canadian. How about yourself, Tunde?
To be honest, man, the comment section was the highlight for me. And let me tell you why. And Jay Halo, I think I lied to you. I think I had a conversation with Canadian here, and I don't think we recorded it. The Canadian got his name because he just loves the culture of Canada. And then his relative said, his relative used to call him the Canadian. And so that's how it came. And I thought we did a interview, a profile with him, but we didn't. Maybe that's future content. We do a one-on-one sit down or a 2-on-1 sit down with the Canadian. Who knows? That's coming up. But needless to say, I think the star of the show was definitely the comment section. The comment section had me dying from a gorilla saying that he a full-time podcaster to KT mentioning stuff and being like, wait, did you really say that? To Isaac calling the matchup between MDH and Canadian the match of bellies. Like it was a lot going on in the comments, man. And I just want to say thank y'all for providing the entertainment. These are the moments that we're really collecting people and getting them together for. And so y'all made this awesome. But what I think this conversation dictates is that there needs to be an official process throughout all the branches of what a title match contention looks like. So if you lose the title, there needs to be language that expresses in outlines like, okay, cool, that means you have to go through 4 more fights to go at the title again. Or that means you have to go through, 3 more fights or 2 more fights. Like that needs to be outlined, because if it was outlined, it would have prevented something like this from happening. And so I think what I hope is that, the branch leaders are watching this episode. Somebody shares it to them or something like that, and they understand what's going on, and then they get together to collaborate on what contending the title after a loss looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really great point. I agree with that. Just because what it does is it cuts out speculation and assumptions. And so I see there is a question real quick. When's the next episode? And so if you don't know, Heart in a Fight has multiple podcasts on the channel, and so we have Weddle and the Mexican, and that one comes on next Thursday. And we have The Most Undisputed with Gorilla and Venom Black, which comes on Sundays. Yep. And so we have Show Improve, which is Tuesday, and now the Canadian. And so, yeah, I don't know when y'all going to do it, but yeah,
we're actually working out the kinks. We were thinking of doing some pop culture and kind of shifting and making a pivot. We ain't solidified things just yet, but we're having conversation on it, and we've been cooking up some good things.
Yeah.
So I don't want to confirm a date.
Yeah. And so outside of those live shows, you'll also catch me doing a lot of the profiles. And so we just did a profile on Baby Hulk, and before him we did one on Beast. Yeah, and so these profiles are different from the live shows. The profiles are a one-on-one interview to get to know the fighter, to get to know their backstories, to really know who they are, right? What the challenges they had to overcome to get to where they are now. So, I mean, it's a different format, a different way of engaging folks. And so, I mean, it's a longer format too, a longer medium. It's oftentimes the interviews are like 45 minutes to an hour. So if you have that time to want to learn about the fighters you watch, definitely check out some of our profiles.
For sure. And what I want to say is I want to make another pitch, another appeal to people. Okay, White Dragon said that him and Sheeny are talking about fighting. That'll be dope.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
What I want to say is that me and Daniel, well, let me first and foremost put the Wizard at the forefront. The Wizard does a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, from setting up the arrangements to keeping track on the what's the what going on in the street beefs to coordinating the streams and all of that stuff. And we don't get paid. I just want to be very explicit. There's an assumption that because it's a podcast, there's some level of compensation. No, not always. And so us hitting the 600 milestone was really big. And what I'm saying that to say, like, please share, subscribe. If you enjoyed it tonight, if you know other people would enjoy it, please let them know to like and subscribe and pay attention to our content, because that goes far. It means a lot. Also, we have merch. The Wizard also makes shirts, and he's been making shirts. There we go. The 619 Venom Black. The Wizard and Diesel collaborated on that, and they came up with that magic. And so please, follow the links and purchase a shirt, man. But yeah, we would, all in all, I'm asking for y'all support. Hey, look, Prince KT, come through. Set something up with me and Daniel. KT is asking to do a fighter profile. Let's do it. Hit us up and let us know. And to all the fighters that are watching, if you want us to do a profile, hit us up. Let us know. We'll talk. And then we'll see what we can work out. But we definitely want to highlight and elevate the voices of the fighters. So let us know.
Yeah, and same to you, White Dragon Combative. So we appreciate you for even sticking around this long. And so if you like what we do, right, certainly, continue to support us. All right, we're trying to expand this. We're trying to make it bigger. One of the things that I've always told folks is this is a network. This isn't just a podcast. This is a network. So this is a network of podcasts, networks of media that is centered around fighters, centered around the mentality, centered around the actual fight itself, but also some of the other things that come with fighting. And so if you enjoy fighting, the spirit of fighting, and you can learn from these fighters that you can employ into your life, certainly tune into us, share our stuff around, because we know that there's key learnings, key insights that you can learn from these fighters, period.
For sure. All right. That being said, I forget the closer, Daniel. Can you close us out?
Yeah, I'll close us out. Thanks, Fiji. Appreciate the compliment, my brother. And so until the next time we see you, to the next episode or the next show drops on our channel, make sure you dig deep and double down on your own commitments to your life.
Oh, that was different. You switched it up.
I did. All right, y'all. Appreciate your time, man.